All right, I think we're recording. So, welcome to Disney Dudes podcast, episode 26. We're talking with Molly. She is with Simply Magical,
Simple Magic.
Simple
Simple
Magic. There we
Magic
go.
Travel Company, but I am Simply Magical Molly.
There you go. So, little insight. I've known Molly since, oh my gosh, since middle school. She was a,
No, my mom was your fourth grade teacher.
I didn't go to Blessed Sacrament. I came to visit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm remembering this wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I was in class, or her sister and I were in the same grade together, um, and yeah, so we've known each other for almost close to 15, 16 years, something like that. Because I think we're like
No, 20
20,
years. I'm
probably 20 years.
36. I'm
Yeah,
36. I feel like I met you when I was probably 16-ish.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. So about 20 years. So
Yeah, 20
so
years.
yeah, Molly just recently got a big job with Simply Magic Travel.
Yes.
So she's gonna tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll discuss some Disney stuff. And her husband Jared is a big Disney dad,
Yes.
Disney dude dad. So yeah, so go ahead.
Yes. So I recently started working with a company called Simple Magic Travel Company, and it is run and owned by the two most gracious people in the entire world, Kayla and Savannah. And Kayla is actually local to me. So it was kind of just my husband started following her and was like, look at this Disney girl. She's always at Disney. And then she started a company and he was like, you should apply. And I was like, okay, I've never done this, but I'm basically on the computer 3 times a week pricing out trips for myself. So why not do it for someone else? So yeah, it's amazing. I love it. We actually have a really exciting new thing coming out on Monday that they've been working really hard for. And it's going to be a service that we're going to get to offer that I don't think anybody else offers yet.
Awesome.
And it's something I'm really excited about because it's my favorite part of the job. So I feel like it's my specialty. But yeah, we have my husband and I, we have two boys, Jack Elias and Henry. And he actually really sparked my Disney habit addiction. I think like the day we got engaged, I said, can we go to Disney for our honeymoon? And he was like, absolutely. And it's just been like downhill for our bank accounts since then.
I understand that. That's awesome though.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really good because I think if he wasn't as equally obsessed, he'd probably want to kill me because he'd be like, are you joking right now? No, we can't go back to Disney. No, you can't order those clogs. Like, stop it.
Yeah, I
You
understand.
know?
I understand. I think I would like to. I told Abbott, and also everybody that's watching, listening. Abbott is not with us tonight. He is sick with the flu. He told me that he feels like the crypt keeper. That's how bad he feels. So,
Oh.
thoughts and prayers with Abbott as he goes through the flu. He just needs to suck it up. But some of us are programmed to be a little bit more.
Man, now you say that it's coming for you.
I know. But no, we're talking, and honestly, I told my mom, because my mom is involved with Disney stuff too, and I said, I would love to go to Disney at least 2 weeks out of the year, and then maybe 2 weekends out of the year too. So
I think I get the craving about every 4 months. I've kind of figured it out. I get the Disney itch. We'll get back, and I'm kind of like done with Disney for a while. Like, you've done it. It was, it's hard with kids. Like there's strollers and bags and food
yeah,
and lines. You get back and you're like, okay, I'm good. And then you get back on to watching stuff on Instagram and you get the FOMO. And 4 months in, you're starting to plan the trip and price it out. Can we figure it out? Can we make it happen? So, yeah,
yeah,
I think if we could go every 4 months, I would be happy as a clam. But
oh
we
yeah,
don't go for less than, if we're going, we're 5 park days. We're not, no less.
oh yeah. Well, so we've been let's see, we've been for 1 or 2 weekends since or before COVID, like 2019. Um, and we were walking. We're doing at least two parks a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
I gotta get to every park.
Yeah, and that was without the little one. So we have to rein it in a little bit now because naps and
Totally
everything.
different experience, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah. You got to
So
like schlep it back to the resort so your baby could take a 3 hour nap.
exactly, exactly. You gotta just do the bare minimum at the parks and then go back for the nap and then just recharge and yeah, rally.
We come back from a family trip and my husband and I are like, all right, we're going by ourselves. Just for
Yeah,
a weekend. We want to go by ourselves and just like Disney adult it.
yeah. Abbott's wife is going in January, I think, for a bachelorette party. Yeah.
Should have done that. I would have
So
I would
yeah,
have thrived as a Disney bride.
Eh, yeah. And then I think then they go back in February for the Run Disney. So
You'll never catch me running at Disney. I'll shake a cowbell from the side eating a churro.
yeah, but I think walking would be fine. That's
I
easy.
mean, I guess I could walk it.
I mean, you walk Disney anyways. I mean, you get in
I
the
have a
park.
life motto. I don't run unless I'm being chased. Exercise is not my thing.
Come on now. I told Evan I'm planning on doing it at least one or two times. I think
I
running
feel
in
like
Disney
it would
would
be
just be
fun.
different. I think.
Well, I've heard. I follow a guy. Michael does Disney, and he runs all the marathons. And he says it's really cool. Like it's a different experience because you're going through the parks with nobody there. A lot of the time, it's super early in the morning, so things are lit up in a way that you haven't seen before. And then they have, like they'll have the Dapper Dans like around mile 2, and they're just playing. And I have heard it's a different experience. I think it would be the only running I would ever consider.
I agree with you there.
I
Yeah,
would do like a 5K or something.
yeah. I'm right there with you. Abbott's trying to get me to do the 10 miler, the Toy Story 10 miler. And when was it? June, May, June, something like that. Or no, April, April.
It might be really pretty weather in April, though. I feel like I would have to pick around seasons too, because I don't like to be hot, which is hard for Disney.
Yeah, so February would probably be the best time.
Favorite time to go is anytime between November and February. We went in February. Our hottest day was 74 degrees. It was magical. It was amazing.
This past time we went, I mean, it was September and it was, I'd say, high 70s maybe. Didn't reach above 70, 80.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah,
I don't want to be in Disney when it's 110 on that blacktop. It's just not my vibe.
yeah. No, no. So I think we've already said summer Disney not happening, spring
I
break not
will.
happening.
Yeah, I will pull my kids out of school. We'll do homework when we get back. We are not going
I
during
agree.
the
I
summer.
agree. All right, so tell me a little bit more about your job. Like what can
So I,
because
yeah,
you've been helping me.
yes.
We've been
Okay,
discussing stuff this
so
week, so
you do is if you ever wanted to quote, you can go to Simply Magical Molly, and I have a link. Hit the link. It just asks you like, what days are you thinking? What's your budget? How many park days do you want? How many people are going? And then from there, I'm going to run number. I'm going to give you quotes for, a value resort, a moderate resort, a deluxe resort, anything within your budget. I'm going to book your tickets. I also, I personally love planning Disney. Like it's my favorite thing ever. And I feel like I've got it down to a science where I can get you on the most rides. I can get you, into the good dining reservations. I know how to manipulate those when I'm booking them. And so I offer what I call like a pixie dust package where I'll set up your My Disney Experience app. I'll make your park reservations. I'll link your tickets. I'll link your watch bands. I'll make sure, everything is set on there. And then I have what I like to call the fairy godmother package because I do it all and I make it happen. I will do your advanced dining reservation so you don't have to wake up at 5:55 to do those. I will give you itineraries. I'll tell you how to work your Genie Plus. I'll map out your days along with those advanced dining reservations. It's really, I like to think of it as a luxury concierge service where there are those people out there who've never visited Disney or who just don't have time. Like Disney planning can be extremely time consuming.
yes.
And if you don't have the time and you don't know what you're getting into, you're going to show up to a park, tons of lines, you don't know where to go, you don't know how to do anything. Well, and that moment you're like, well, man, I wish I had spent like $150 or however much it costs. And like gotten a travel agent, and a lot of people don't know this, but since we book through Disney.com, your price for me and the other travel agents is already booked into your price. Like Taylor, if you go on Disney.com right now and you're like, well, I'm just going to book my own reservations, that price is free.
Yeah,
So, Disney pays us. It's not coming out of your pocket. And then the extra things that we do are, very minor fees to pay for the amount of work that we really do put in. But I mean, my favorite thing is I want you to show up to Disney. I want you to have the best time. I want you to ride the most rides, eat the best food, and get the best experience that you can get for what you've paid. Because as we all know, Disney isn't cheap anymore. You're putting
no,
a good penny into it. And I want you to get your money's worth. I want you to feel like, man, I did it all. That was amazing. I can't wait to go back.
exactly. And I mean, you brought up some really, really, really valid, good points. Because I mean, I remember when we went in January of this year for Wellesley's first time. I booked. I tried to get. I didn't know how to finagle the dinner plans or do anything like that, and so we hopped around. We'd start in one park, and then dinner would be in another park. So we kind
Oh,
of, yeah, it was
I
amateur hour.
know.
Yeah,
People will be on their Genie Plus the first morning and they're booking Jungle Cruise and then like, something in Tomorrowland and then they got to rush back over to Haunted Mansion and then they're in Aladdin and I'm like, oh my goodness, oy vey, let me please just hire me. I can help you. I can make sure that you're
yeah,
doing
literally.
sections at a time. And, people don't have time to study park maps, but then there's people like me who go on the app daily. I'm watching wait times year round to find out like when's the best time to go, when is park volume the lowest,
Yeah,
all of those things.
shoot.
Or
You
people
need
don't
to.
know where to eat.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
need
oh,
to.
I'm a foodie. I'll tell you all the best food and where to go.
I'm gonna tell you. So, even though I have the Disney Vacation Club and stuff like that, I would love to just pick your brain, and you need to come up with something for like Disney Vacation Club members to do like their planning for them
Love it.
because honest to goodness, waking up at 5:55, 6 o'clock, 6:30, whatever time, like it doesn't do it.
Have you navigated Genie Plus with your family the day of? Have you done it yet? Have you
Yes.
used Genie Plus? Okay. So you're on your phone. You have to set your alarm so that you
Oh,
buy Disney Plus at 7.
this is the only
Start it
time
up.
in my life. Kate, my wife Caitlin, and my mom, my mother-in-law, they all joke. This is the only time when we're at Disney World that I wake up before 7 o'clock.
Oh, because I mean, what if you were out the night before, like you did, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween? Well, you don't get back to your hotel maybe 1, 2 a.m.,
Yeah,
depending on how long it took you. Now you got to wake up to get Genie Plus just so you can book Rise of the Resistance before it sells out. Don't do that. Hire someone. Get someone like me who will do that for you. I can't even tell you what our new concierge kind of thing is going to be yet, but it's going to be so wonderful for so many people.
so everybody listening, everybody watching, you can find Molly on Instagram. Give them your Instagram stuff so they can tune in on Monday because I'm sure you will have some stories.
It's going to be exciting.
So what's your Instagram handle?
Simply Magical Molly.
There you go. Simply Magical Molly. Tune in Monday. What time?
Oh, 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Santa's coming.
All right. 8 a.m. to find out the new concierge service that her travel agency is going to be coming up with and sharing. They say they're the only ones doing it, so I'm looking forward to it. 8 a.m. on Monday. I'm gonna be tuning in. So,
I don't know if we're the only ones, but we're one of
well,
the first, I think.
just say you're the only ones. That's all you gotta do. So the post on Instagram that I posted up earlier, I think it was last night maybe, about '90s nostalgia and Disney. What do you remember from the '90s Disney related?
I mean, personally, I think everybody thinks this, but the children of the 90s lived through the apex of Disney,
Yes.
especially Disney movies. I mean, all of the best classics, Lion King, Aladdin, oh my gosh, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, like Pocus was ours. Like that was our thing. This was Santa Claus. Like I mean, Disney to me was everything growing up. We memorized the movies, we watched them over and over and over. It was just, I mean, it was everything. McDonald's toys, the Happy Meals, we'd collect all the toys. I remember when like Regency Mall had the Disney store
Yeah.
and you would go in and it was just like the movies were playing on the big screen and every stuffed animal you could imagine. Like it was so magical. All of our shows, Full House, Family Matters, anything TGIF, since it was ABC, they always had the special like Disney episode, which was so exciting.
Oh yeah.
And oh God, it was just like it was apex of Disney.
Oh yeah. I remember. Shoot, I remember when. I mean, 2005, 2006, 2007, maybe. Chesterfield Town Center had the Disney store. They had a Disney store in Chesterfield Town Center.
Did they really?
Yes, they brought it in for like 2 years.
Oh my
Nobody
gosh.
went to it because I would go in there.
No.
I would go in there and like I was a big pin collector guy back in middle school, high school, and I would go in there and get all the pins, and it would be like $1 a pin. You go down there and you could trade and everything like that. But they had, yeah, it was probably about 2 years, 2.5 years that the Disney store was in Chesterfield Town Center, which is the old school mall where we
I
were
live
from.
by it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Um, so talking about Disney food now, what would your go-to food be for Disney?
Oh, all right, what park are we at?
Let's go through all of them. Magic Kingdom. There you go.
Okay. Magic Kingdom, I'm definitely starting out. I'm going to Sleepy Hollow. I'm getting the Nutella waffle with fruit. Or, God, breakfast is so difficult. Friars Nook has these tater tots with sausage gravy. Like knock your socks off good. And then Gaston's Tavern, obviously the cinnamon roll with extra icing. So good. You can feed a family like four on that thing. And then okay, so let's see. If we're gonna go snacks, I'm gonna say like pretzel. Okay, that's an obvious. The cart outside Adventureland has these cheeseburger egg rolls.
All right. Abbott has
And for the
told.
for the 50th, they have pastrami, and they're almost even better.
Yeah.
They are phenomenal. Oh my gosh. And then Sleepy Hollow used to make their own chocolate chip cookies, and you could get them when the castle was about to do fireworks with ice cream in them. So they were like homemade chocolate chip ice cream sandwiches. They were the best things you've ever had. Wait, what is this? Yes, that's it. The cart outside of
I
Adventureland.
took a picture. I took a picture of it during the VIP tour, and our tour guide Dave, Aussie Dave, was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Abbott has told me you got to go get the spring rolls." He was like, "Yeah, those are the best things ever," and it was not open.
Oh, so we forgot I was eating those things at like 10:30 in the morning. Like it was breakfast basically. But yeah, I mean, Magic Kingdom is actually one of my favorite places for snacks. I don't tend to do a sit down when I'm at Magic Kingdom. It's the
Yeah,
only park I won't do a sit down. Yeah, I think they have so many the Cheshire cat tails. Oh, they're like a long croissant with chocolate filled, and then they have like the icing. It looks like the Cheshire cat. Oh gosh, they're incredible.
yeah.
Like the best
I
thing
haven't even
ever.
heard of those. I don't know what I've been
God.
missing. Yeah.
My gosh, they're so good. They're amazing. And then, so like unpopular opinion, if we go over to Hollywood, our absolute favorite meal the last time we went was Primetime Cafe. People sit on Primetime Cafe, but the food is delicious. And if you get the right server, the environment is so fun.
That's not the.
Is
That's
it?
not the. Obviously, it's not the same as the sci-fi.
So I've never been to Sci-Fi.
It
I've
was
heard it's great. Oh, I've
my
heard they changed
cousin.
the menu though. Have you gone recently? Because I've heard they changed
We
the
went
menu and
in
it's a lot
January.
better.
We went in January.
What month? Okay, so they have recently in the last 6 months changed the menu. I know that because the Lost Bros, who I love and follow, went and they were like, "This place doesn't have the best reputation, but we're here for the new menu." And they had gotten a couple new things, and they were like, it was pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't go anywhere where I haven't heard the food is like delicious. I went to Primetime my first time at Disney when I was 9, And the lady made my mom stand in the corner with her nose to the wall because she spilled her milkshake. And so for me, it was the fondest memory because I just thought it was hilarious. So when we went, I was like, we have to take the kids. It's so fun. It's like I Love Lucy, retro TVs.
Oh yeah.
The food is so good. So
All right.
good. I mean, it's like mom. So it's very much, I think, probably something similar to like Liberty Tree Tavern, where it's, heavier mashed potatoes, meatloaf, stuff like that, prime
Yeah.
rib, fried chicken, but it is.
We'll have to try that out next time we go because yeah, that sounds good. Because our go to in Hollywood is Mama Melrose. Man,
We've been there.
you never you've never been to.
No, I've never. No.
Oh my
What
God,
kind of food is it?
it's Italian. It is
Oh, I love Italian.
it is fantastic. It's like yeah, it is. It was right. So before they closed the New York or the big movie area, like the New York Street area behind Muppets Theater.
Isn't that where they did the Christmas lights? Where it was just
Yes,
like strung up.
yes.
Jared and I went there on our honeymoon and it was November 15th. And I remember walking through there and I was like, this is magical. And it was just the buildings were lit up and the streets had lights just hanging over. And then we went the last time and I was like, street anymore. I think it's gone.
Yeah, they
And
closed
yeah,
it
I think
for
they
Star
closed
Wars.
it.
They put Star Wars there.
His Galaxy's Edge, like just chopping through it.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge just went straight through New York City. Yeah. So Mama Melrose is the exact like it's the last point before you go to Galaxy's Edge.
Well, we'll have to try that. I've heard the blue milk at Galaxy's Edge is like delish.
I don't know. I
I don't know. I've heard Oga's Cantina is really good. We didn't spend enough time in Hollywood. Or no, I think we spent the whole day, but I don't remember what I ate there. What did I eat? We went to Prime Time, so that was a big meal. It was probably pretty full.
Yeah.
And then I think we got Raleigh Cart Cafe, which is basically just a Starbucks, but they have this thing called the carrot cake cookie.
Hmm.
It's like a whoopie pie. It's like thick cake, carrot cake. And then we got this like Mickey's peanut butter crunch cupcake. Oh my
Mm.
God. Disney can kill some cupcakes though. I could eat a cupcake every 3 hours at Disney. They're the best cupcakes. I
Well,
swear to God.
we've heard that Hollywood and Vine for a character breakfast or whatever
We tried to get there. Character breakfasts
are
always are the
hard.
hardest for me. They're
Yeah.
hard. So I have learned if you're making like an advanced dining reservation, let's say you're going for a week, if there's somewhere you want to go, like Topolino's for breakfast, Chef Mickey's for breakfast, Space 220, as soon as you get on, you need to go to your last day because your beginning of your trip is overlapping with the other people's trips at the end of them that have already booked.
Gotcha. Okay.
So last time we missed Space 220 by a day. Like if we had gone the next day, there were like 3 or 4 available times for lunch and dinner. I was like, ugh. And that's the one place my husband, I will make it happen for him, hopefully within the next trip. But he is dying to go there, just dying to go there and take our boys there.
So
I've heard it's
so
phenomenal.
so one of the girls that worked for me, Bree, she went. She flew down the day before we did this past trip, and so she was down there with us, and she went to Space 220. She said it was absolutely incredible.
I want to go so bad.
She
It was
also she
so
also went to
cool.
Morimoto's in Disney Springs and
Oh, yeah.
misread the menu, and it was only her eating that night. So she was eating by herself, and it was $250. Yeah,
They say that's one of the most authentic Japanese sushi places you can go, like in America, though. Like that place is so
yeah,
well known. I don't know if the food's good. I've never been,
uh,
but it has a really good reputation at least.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. All right, but let's go to Animal Kingdom. What would you say?
Oh, okay. So they have these. Our favorite sit down at Yeti's for lunch,
At where?
whatever you like. Yak and Yeti.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's like, you know where it is? Okay. So They have these wonton nachos, which are like wonton chips with ahi tuna with like a black sesame seeds and like a sriracha mayo and green onions and I think like little bits of mango. They are like knock your socks off good. And I swear to you, you could split it with another adult and you're like good for a meal. It's the best. They also have these really good noodles that are like, oh, they're so good. But then if you're looking for like pick me up, they have this place, and I think it's called New. I might be wrong. It's a cart kind of area, and they have these pineapple cream cheese like roll ups. I think they're
Okay.
called pondu. Pondu. Those are supposed to be really good. And then they have these bao burgers. You know what bao is? Where it's like, um, I think it's Chinese and it's like a sweet bun. And in the middle, apparently it tastes like a McDonald's cheeseburger, but it's like delicious.
Wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
they look, and they're like sticky buns. Like you open them up, they're, well, they look so
really.
good. Yeah,
Yeah. We we're gonna have to
Disney
all go
food.
together because
I
I
know.
haven't heard of any of these places.
Oh, and see, this is where I thrive. Like if I get a foodie customer, don't you worry. You
Yeah,
will
you're
be
good.
eating
You're set. So everybody listening, watching, go to Molly for all the food takes. Yeah, we do Tusker House for our character breakfast. We want to do Chef Mickey's usually, but we couldn't get Chef Mickey's. We only could get Tusker House.
Topolino's.
No,
You don't like it?
no.
Okay, tell
I
me.
would not. I would not waste my time going to Topolino's, and that's our home resort.
Know that.
I would not waste my time.
Isn't good?
Uh, the service wasn't good. The food was all right. The
So
service was not.
disappointing.
Yeah,
So my favorite breakfast so far, and they just brought the characters back, which is so exciting. Ohana. It's the best.
never been.
Oh my gosh. So I haven't been for dinner, and apparently it is like insane. They give you these like sticky wings, these really good noodles. They give you this like Hawaiian pineapple homemade rolls bread. I think there's like short ribs, and then for you get this. Oh God, like it's a banana bread pudding with a toffee sauce over it, and
Ooh,
apparently it's worth it just to go for that.
yeah,
Yeah, I want to go.
yeah. I'm jealous with that. But all right, let's go Epcot.
Okay. Let's see. Where did we eat in Epcot? Oh, outside of Remy's new ride, there is, I know there's the little creperie where you can eat, but there's a stand up just to walk through. Oh my gosh. So we had rope dropped, made it to Remy's. I think we were out by 9:30, and I think the place was opening at like 9:30 or 10, whatever it was. We waited like 10 minutes. We were the second in line. It was so worth it because I saw the line later. We got this bechamel cheese and ham crepe. We got the Nutella crepe. We got just the like sugar crepe.
Yeah,
We ate every single bite of them. They were phenomenal. So good. It almost makes me want to eat at the little creperie, but I only like to sit down once a day to eat. I feel like I'm wasting my time. I can eat out anywhere. I can grab and go. But I mean, Caramel Crush at Germany, they have these like sticky bars. They have the Welch's caramel popcorn. I've always heard San and Helen is really good. The place, I
yes,
think it's got the big pyramid.
yes.
Jared and I tried to get in there on our honeymoon, and they were fully booked, could not fit us in, and we didn't get in.
We've eaten at not the Mexican ride building, but we've eaten at the restaurant right across from it. I think that's San
There,
Helen.
it, yeah.
I
There's
think it's
another
the
one.
same like gist, but yeah,
Yeah, it's San something in as well, but it's not the San and Helen.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
I feel like Epcot has good food options. Is Via Napoli Epcot the
yes,
Italian place?
yes,
People love it and hate it. I have
yeah,
to try it because I'm just curious.
yeah. Uh, the pizza they have apparently looks pretty good.
It looks good, but people are always hating on it. I'm like, what? I mean, I do think if you're going to Disney and you're paying the prices for the food, I do have to admit, most everything is worth what you're paying because it's not like a Mickey pretzel, as you know, is not some like frozen pretzel that they're selling off to as a Mickey. Like those are legit homemade pretzels. Everything in the confectionery is, legit homemade. The waffles are homemade. Like Disney does it right with their
It's
food.
not
And
like
I
you're
think that's
going in
why I
your
like
freezer
it.
and getting an Eggo waffle out. Yeah,
No, it's not like a state fair where everything comes frozen and they're just heating it up for you. Like it's not carnival fair food like you would associate. It's
exactly.
real good food. Like somebody in the back there at Adventureland cart is schlepping it, rolling egg rolls. Like that is how homemade those babies are.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's worth it.
yeah, we Epcot, we don't really do much in Epcot. I mean, we obviously ride the rides and
Sure.
stuff, but food
Yeah.
wise,
We left prematurely. And I will say, do not ever eat at Coral Reef. People get jacked up about it because it's got the aquarium. Yeah, it's cool for like 15 minutes, and then you get a microwave steak for $45, and you're like, what's this? I'm telling you, the color of that steak was like my skin. It was like, ooh, you might not want to eat that, babe. Like that is the one place I've ever been in Disney where I feel like I didn't get my money's worth. And of course, I'm not going to say anything because it's Disney and I love the people. And our server was above and beyond. Like the wait staff, my son, my oldest, he's extremely picky, and they had nothing on the menu. And I was like, can you slap together 2 pieces of bread and cheese and make a grilled cheese sandwich for him? And she went back and they were like, yes, absolutely. We can totally do that for him. And I
yeah.
mean, they went above and beyond as Disney does. And for that, I was so grateful. So I was like, it up to a loss. We won't come here again. But I mean, that's honest to goodness the only place that we've eaten that I just was not thrilled about.
One place I want to eat in Epcot is I mean, shoot, I used to eat there when I was smaller, when I was like a lot younger, like 4 or 5. It was in the same building as Soaring in the Land. It's a restaurant. It like went around in a circle.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I want to try that again because they closed it down for a long time.
Yeah.
They reopened about, I want to say 3 4 years ago maybe.
Think of what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I think we actually debated going there and then we decided Coral Reef
Yeah, and
because my husband,
I
yeah,
think it's a
I
character
know. I
breakfast.
like to tell people, and this is another one of my Disney tips. If you're fitting in a resort day, go to your character breakfast on a resort day because then you're not losing your Disney time. My favorite time to be in Disney on rides. If you're staying on a resort, you need a rope drop. If you're not rope dropping, you're doing it wrong because you can bang out 3 or 4 rides before the lines are 10 minutes long.
Yeah, we rope dropped for the first time on the Friday after the hurricane.
It's the best.
Uh, when I say we rope dropped, and they had a staggered wait because Magic Kingdom opened at 8 o'clock, and so we got there at 7.
Oh, yeah, because it's 30 minutes early, right?
Yeah, it's 30 minutes early, so we got in the line, and literally we were in at 7:35, 7:40 maybe, and
They'll let you in earlier. And it's so nice. You can look at the castle, you can take pictures. A lot of the shops, even on Main Street, are open. Like, there's so much to do before you can actually board a ride, with the parks practically empty.
yeah, I told the women in my group because I was the only guy. So I told the women, I said, go on, go get a ride, go get in line, go do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna stay in line for the not so scary Halloween because we didn't have it on the Thursday because it was canceled because of the hurricane.
Oh, did you
So
have to wait at guest services to kind of switch around your tickets?
yeah, I'm glad I got in the line when I did because when I got out, the
Mm.
line was out past the entrance. I'm like, good gosh, but yeah,
Disney
yeah,
Disney lines are no joke, man.
oh yeah. Have you ridden Guardians?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I was thinking the new Star Wars one.
Rise of Resistance.
Yeah, I rode Rise. I had not
Okay.
ridden Guardians. Guardians opened after we got back. Okay, but I have to tell you, I get super motion sick. Am I gonna barf? Do Soren. Like I cannot do Soren.
All right. I'm with you on that. Soaring, like when you go up Eiffel Tower,
I
yeah.
just can't. Like it's just the screen. I just don't do well with like the 4D. If I'm in a cart and the cart is physically moving, I'm okay. If you sit me down in like a theater style something and then move things around me, I'm done.
How
And then I'm
about
done for like hours.
how about Tower of Terror?
Favorite ride.
Okay, all right. You can do
Dance Flight
Guardians.
and Tower of Terror. Okay, okay.
You can do Guardians. The only thing, and I told Abbott because Abbott, I'm the only one that's written it in the podcast, um, and I keep kind of bringing it up, written it twice. But um,
Wait,
the
what
only,
songs did you get?
so I got Everybody Wants
There.
to Rule the World. That was the original one, and then One Way or Another.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Yeah, yeah. So the first time Caitlin and I wrote it, and it was our first night down there, and I'm thinking to myself like I freak myself out a little bit, and we take off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. I'm gonna get sick. Caitlin's gonna get sick. There's only one time where I think you might have a little bit of motion sickness.
Only one time. I remember one time we went to Busch Gardens and they used to have this leprechaun ride where you would like sit on something and it would imitate you getting thrown around like this tiny little leprechaun, like riding a horse. I left that ride. It was traumatizing. Like I couldn't get off of it. And it was probably 3.5 minutes of just like, I want to die. Like I
Yeah,
have to get out of here. This is the worst thing ever. So after that, I was just like, I don't mess with it. Like I'm not playing. If it's going to make me sick and I'm going to be trapped, I tried soaring on our honeymoon and I was like, can't believe I can't do this. But it was just,
that's
it was too much.
yeah, that's my mom and that's
Mm,
my wife's favorite ride is
I
soaring.
have to do it because I want to smell the smells. I think even doing it with my eyes closed, though, it would make me sick. So wait,
No,
my children haven't even done it.
you can do it with your eyes closed.
Okay, I can
When
maybe do
we
it with
go,
my eyes. I'll,
I
I'll
feel the
pretend I'm in a
same
car.
way. I feel the same way you do when you go up. And so when you go up the Eiffel Tower, all I do is just close my eyes and I just look down a little bit. That's it.
I might have to use these tricks. I also, have you seen the glasses that are like this and then like this?
No.
They're called motion sick glasses and they're hilarious. I mean, you look like Willy Wonka or something, but they look like really thick glass here and then here. It's supposed to really help with motion sick. I guess it does something with your eyes. So I've actually considered getting them just so I can like ride a couple rides. Like I was gonna get it for, Guardians and I was gonna try to like ride Soarin' again if my boys wanted to, but I mean I don't
Well,
care what I look like.
I'll tell you right now, the biggest thing for Guardians is there's a part and it's right towards the it's like the last big drop and you go around like you're in a toilet and you're facing so the cart goes like this, so it's going like this, and then all of a sudden it turns and goes sideways and goes down, and it just
Can't wait. I'm hoping Tron is open by the time we go. They are running that thing constantly. It's got to be close to ready.
so we were hoping it was going to be ready in September because originally that's what they were saying. Oh, like early fall.
We went in February and like the white was up and like they were starting to build the track. And so, yeah, I would have thought by September because they've
Yeah,
been running test runs on it for months.
yeah. So apparently, from someone, they're I think they're trying to target like April 1st.
I was literally about to say, I think they're waiting to open it until after the 50th ends so they can get
The day
everybody to
after.
come back.
Exactly. It's the day after.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. It's
Bob, come on.
yeah, all about
He's
that.
got to he's got
So,
to get us back. I
yeah.
mean, they lure that's what Disney does though. I mean, and Walt always lived by the saying Disney will never be complete. There's no imagination left in the world.
Yeah.
And so I do appreciate Disney always thinking and always building and always changing because, for people that want to go all the time, it's always something new to do. But man, sometimes
Yeah.
they just
I
I mean, once they get their claws in you, you're done.
All right, let
You're
me
a
ask you
Disney
this.
adulter for life.
So the motion sickness, do you get motion sickness on the Avatar ride?
I've not ridden the Avatar ride because I've heard it will make me motion sick. But I've heard it's like the best ride, which
It
makes me
is,
sad.
yeah, it is. It's a
We've
pretty ride.
ridden, we've done the one where you're like on the boat, but
Yeah,
I
like
haven't done the one that you're talking about because my girlfriend, it's like the smell inside, she says, is her absolute favorite.
yes,
And she was like, one day she was like, oh my God, I found this candle and it smells just like the ride. And I was like, I don't know what that smells like.
Yeah, exactly. So do you
She was
ride
like, what's
roller
wrong
coasters?
with you? Oh, I love roller coasters. I told you, I love, if I am physically moving, I am okay. If you strap
But
me
the
to a seat and
screen,
you put a movie screen in front of me, done.
oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the kid that can't sit in the back seat of the car. Mom can't sit in the back seat of a car. And I used to think she was like just being dramatic, but yeah, I know what it's like now. things
Well,
things come with age,
oh my gosh.
like motion sickness.
All right. So last thing I'm gonna ask you is tell us one more time about for the people that have just joined us or that are gonna join us midway through the podcast. Tell us everything about your travel agency again before we sign off.
Simple Magic Travel, and it is basically your best travel company that you can use to book your Disney trips. We can literally do everything for you. We, are really at no cost to you just to book the trip and your tickets. Disney is the one that pays us. So that's really nice for you. Your price is really already included if you're going to book through Disney anyways. And then we offer, planning fees essentially will cover us, booking your tickets, linking your park passes, setting up your magic bands. I mean, we're going to go as far as basically planning your days for you. Essentially, one of these days, if that's what you want, like we can make it happen. We are really just all inclusive, excited to help. Like it's a bunch of girls who are just Disney adults and we love it. And, we can just, I feel like we get the best out of your trip. You're going to be able to ride the most rides. You're going to have the most valuable information. And, we're going to make your Disney trip the best that it could possibly be, give you all the magic that there is to be had.
So you're gonna take the stress out of the planning.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I've already told the other agents, I'm like, I'm booking you because I don't want to be on Genie Plus the whole day. I don't want to be making my own itineraries. I'm gonna let you guys handle this.
I understand. I completely
You got to get a
understand.
pro. You got to get a pro.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, thank you for joining us, Molly. It's great to see you again,
Oh,
and
you too.
we'll have to get Jared on as well one of these days.
He's a shy guy though.
Hey, we'll Abbott between Abbott and myself. Abbott probably won't let him talk much, but yeah, we'll get him on.
Jared will be okay with that. He'll just show off his little gnarly tattoo. Country
Hey,
Bear Al.
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I love him. I love him. His tiki birds are my new favorite.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for Disney Do Taylor, we have Disney Dudette, Molly now.
Honorary.
Yeah, honorary member. So yeah. So Abbott, hope you're feeling better. Suck it up, and we will see y'all later.
Bye.